next section will be camera controls. So, first we need to put a camera on the game scene. The game already has a camera that follows the character, but if you were to put another camera, you would right click here and click camera, or game object and click camera. Upon doing so, a camera will spawn. And you can adjust the transform properties on the right or in the game scene. You can rotate it, move it upward, downward, left and right, depending on where you want to position the camera. The camera's display is displayed on the game screen of the Unity editor. And the camera is currently a child of the game object of the character. What this means is that when the character moves its position or rotates, it will follow and apply those changes to the same game object because it is its child. So you can see, if we play the game, the camera moves alongside the character. Forward, backward, left, and right. Even when it jumps, it detects it. So onto the camera controls. For the camera controls, key variables that need to be considered are the mouse sensitivity, the two transform properties of the player or the game object of the player, and the transform property of the camera. So these two will be seen in the editor. We click on the character, we expand this, and you can see these two are in the character. What we do is we can drag the entire character from the hierarchy on the left towards the player body variable of the script, or we can click this and look for our game object, or we can drag the transform the character directly from the game object onto the variable. Same goes for the camera. So back to the code. We start by making the cursor invisible and locked, meaning that the cursor cannot move. This is so that we do not see a mouse cursor while we are playing the game. And for the controls itself, it gets the mouse movement by using the input.getAxis, mouse X for horizontal movement of the mouse, and mouse Y for the vertical movement of the mouse. It also multiplies itself by the mouse sensitivity and time.delta-time, which is the same as using the time scale. If we want to invert the Y-axis, we would make this true here. For vertical rotation, what it does is it would get the mouse Y, the float of the vertical movement, and then it would make it so that the rotation would not be affected when it goes over a bond. So currently the upper limit is 0. This means that even though I move the mouse upward and downward, it would not move the camera upward or downward. But for this example, we're going to adjust it by 15 degrees. Play the game. As you can see here, when I move the camera up and move the camera down, the camera follows suit. We can also adjust the settings on the right, and you can observe that the camera no longer moves vertically. Also, you can observe that there are no cursors, but I can override this by pressing escape. Next is the actual rotation. So for the rotation of the what we get is the rotation of the body by multiplying the rotation of the vector 3 up and the mouse X, which is this, and the player body is the transform. So it would apply those rotation to the character. And as you can see, as previously mentioned, the camera is a child of the game character, and any changes in the transform property are applied to its when a parent, this is a parent, has changes in its transform properties, all the changes are applied to its children. So if we play the game and move the character, you can see that the character on the scene view is moving, and the camera is following the rotation of the game object. Even as you move, it's following it. So that is the camera and character movement for the game object, for the player character.